Hey everybody, this is Corey with Barbecue, and this is Sebastian. So I want to start this channel to kind of explore my bourbon hobby and my love of cats, a la Sebastian, and kind of bring you some tastings of some hard-earned bottles that I've gotten over the years, and some more normal ones that I found, just kind of branch the gap between what's available, what's not available, what the average person can get, and then what's readily available for most of us to enjoy on a full-time basis. So as you can see here, I've got the original Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye release. This is not the Distiller Taster Edition, and this is not the single barrel rye, that barrel proof rye that's coming out now, but it came out in 2020, and I walked into this rinky-dink store, which is kind of a museum, if you know what I mean. Basically, behind the counter, they have all these bottles and stuff that are allocated depending on their marketer person, and they're marked up 7 to 8 times. So Weller Full Proof, 1,200. Van Winkle 10-year, 5,000. Is what it is. But I saw the green label, and I was like, I haven't seen that before. It was $70. I'm like, why not? There's 3 other bottles there. I texted some buddies. I'm like, hey, there's a cool bottle here. It was only 70 and it tastes really good. So y'all should go get it. I should have been selfish and kept them all myself. Because like 2 weeks later, all the YouTubers were like, oh, this is the best fucking bottle in the entire world. Like Jack Daniel's, where the hell has this been coming from? Because I know they did the original Distiller Tasters, and some people liked it, some people didn't. It was pretty harsh by most accounts. But this one, on the other hand, is much more popular on that regard. Especially, come on, buddy. Oh. Let's see if he will sit still. Oh, God. Oh, God. My neck. He'll be back. He always comes back. And no, I'm not doing a gigantic pour, because 1, I like to save this for special occasions and give it to people who haven't been able to try it. And 2, I'm getting old, and I don't like getting hungover. So here for the starters. It's kind of easy to see with Jack Daniel's or anything else. There's a lot of banana note. I found like usually my favorite bottles are stuff you can use like broad-based things to describe them. This is, if you've had Midwinter's Night, it's kind of like they would describe it as a Christmas tree in a bottle. This is what this smells like, but not so much of the wine influence, but this is just like caramel, peanut, banana. It's kind of like a banana bread mix, but it's just so dense, and there's somehow no ethanol or anything, even though this is 65.2% alcohol. And as you will find with a lot of Jack Daniel products that aren't flavored or anything of that nature, you'll find that there's a really prominent banana note, which has this in spades. I would say the closest thing you can do right now, aside from getting the Barrel Proof Rye, which is out now, going and finding the single barrel, some people call it the double barrel because it's single barrel strength Jack Daniel's bourbon. Unfortunately, as soon as this thing started getting popular, those disappeared too, because people are like, well, it's the closest thing. It's same bottle, same proof. They're all like almost all like mid 120s, and they were $60. Now I've saw one for the first time in about 5 months. It was $70, but I have a bottle myself. I'm not trying to buy extras. I some of y'all might. I don't have the finances for that, so I kind of 1 bottle per each. 2 if I go back and I love it and I can find it for MSRP. Yeah, it's just straight banana Christmas notes. Like, it's hard to put into words, mainly because I suck with words, but it is what it is. And somehow it's not drying or astringent as a lot of things you'll find of the at least 130 beyond proof. A lot of the times I found those bottles that are 130 and beyond that are very astringent, they tend to be pretty young, or they were aged in a actual new barrel for a very short time and then moved over into some used barrels so they could begin the process of like new aging all over again. Because technically for bourbon, it just has to be in a new charred bourbon or new charred oak container. Doesn't specify barrel. It could be a box, triangle, sphere. Doesn't say. All it has to be is a new unused oak. And there's no time limit because PBR has if you look at it, it looks like a white label or a white dog. And it's like aged 5 seconds. Basically, how I picture it, they set the barrel upside down, and when they're filtering everything out, they just shoot it through, and it hits the barrel on the way to the vats, to which they bottle it. But essentially, I have no idea where I was going with that. It's been a long, long day up here in the Indiana. But if you can find this at a bar for $20, $25 a glass, I say a glass like an ounce, ounce and a half, I would definitely try it. If you see this bottle and it's 120, 130, I would do it in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, because it's been like 2-3 years since this thing even hit the shelves. So MSRP, or I'm sorry, secondary on this thing right now is like 600-700. It is nuts. Anyway, it's my first video for the channel, and I'm obviously pretty rusty. Never really done this kind of video editing, speaking kind of deal. I usually just bullshit my way through life as it is, but I'll kind of see how it goes. I'm going to try to do a review a day, try to get more comfortable with this, try to expand my videos, try to expand my tasting and being more eloquent, however you smart kids say it. Anyways, well, thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe.